Alright, hello rahmah and sharo. I'm recording this video just to give you some feedback on the part modeling aspect of the first iteration of Project 2. I'm recording this video because I won't get to actually give you any feedback in person before you leave for Christmas break. So hopefully with this feedback you can recognize some things to do different when you do your second iteration, which you'll need to do over Christmas break, and make sure you have that emailed to me the first day back from the Christmas break. So now this video does not talk about the things you need to change in your design. That's what I talked to you about during the lab time after y'all tested your slingshot launcher. So this won't talk about the different things to do in your design, but just mainly about the way that you modeled the parts. Okay, so let's start with this one. Yeah, the first extrusion is good. You've defined it there. Basically, the main thing I'm looking for is to see if you have fully constrained each sketch. Okay, so when I look at this sketch, I see you haven't really constrained it. So I don't think you define the diameter, you just let it be let it be that number. So you should define it as some number. The other thing is you have not defined the location of this. Okay, so you would also need to do that. I would do it by maybe putting a construction line here and then constraining that to, I constrain that to be on the center of that construction line, but maybe I don't want to do that. Just make this on the construction line, and then I can give a dimension between there and there or something. Okay, so however you do it, you need to fully define that sketch or fully constrain that sketch. Notice all the colors are blue now. Okay, so that's one thing that you missed there. Let's see here. So okay, one thing I see is you have a sketch that's useless. Sketch 1 is not being used to do anything, so I can delete it. Okay, you made that cylinder first. Okay. Yeah. Notice when I come here, yeah, okay, that's fully constrained. That's good. Very good. And I knew that because of that color, right? Okay, I patterned this. That's excellent. Okay, one thing to note here, you haven't, I think you intend for this circle to be in the center, but you haven't actually made it in the center. So you would need to do that. Okay, so again, I would do that by making a construction line like this, and then constraining this to be on the midpoint of that. Now the reason it's still not blue is because you never defined the diameter of it. Now the size and the location is defined, and notice it's fully constrained. Okay, so that's one thing you missed there. Yeah, let's see, I think all these are fully constrained. Yes, that sketch is constrained, that's good. This one is very good. Excellent. Okay, yes, that's constrained. You used the construction line, that's good. And you mirrored that with that, that's very good. Over here, I think it's all good. Now, one thing I did think at first, I thought that this was the same diameter of that, but you have them as different diameters. That's okay. I first was thinking that you would need to make this linked with that diameter, but they're different, so you don't need to do that. Okay. All right, so yeah, make sure when you redo your design that you make sure all your different features are fully constrained, and make sure you remember the different things that I talked about at the end of the lab session about making these holes bigger, probably making, well, you'll have to change that for your trigger. and these need to be bigger as well. Okay, so yeah, make sure to make those changes, and hopefully you have a good chance of winning the design competition if you're able to do the second iteration good. So have a good Christmas break. Merry Christmas.